Phoenix Rising was the 2019 regular season champions of the USL. Out of 23 of their players, 11 of them are from other countries around the world. A few of the global players include British defender Corey Whelan, Spanish midfielder Jon Bakero, and Jamaican forward Kevon Lambert. The team also has a fair share of Americans, one of them being forward Joey Calstri. The way each of these talented players got to Phoenix is a little bit different.
With the way, obviously, I wanted to come out to America and pursue a career here, obviously, with the aim to go back to Europe and play. So, obviously, in the back of my mind, I'd love to represent a country on a senior level, but right now I'm very focused on club football and getting as many games, as I said last time, as possible. So, international thing is something that will come with time, I think, but right now I'm solely focused on club football.
I came to the States when I was 17, seeking for an opportunity, not really knowing what I was coming for, and Wade gave me everything. You know, he gave me the opportunity to get my degree and make a jump to professional soccer. So obviously it's a place that I love and do miss a lot.
Where the players grew up also shapes the way they play football and the influences on what they brought over to America.
So team sports here is a big thing. Back home, you've of course got individual sports, but team sports in America is a big thing. So obviously you've got baseball, you've got hockey, you've got all kinds of American football, soccer as well, and you've got a handful of sports in America. So I do feel as if football in England the main sport, whilst in America there's a lot of main sports. So obviously you'd probably put basketball up there, NFL and stuff like that. So I do think that's got a little bit of an added thing to it that back home solely football. Everyone, when you grow up back home, wants to be a footballer. So I think that is why it's more ruthless, and there's a lot. I'm not saying it's not serious in America. It's definitely improving, which you've seen over the years. Like more and more players want to come and play here. But I think England, that is why it's ruthless, because it's solely you focus on that one sport.
Well, I never played at the highest level in Spain, so I never played professionally. I only played growing up. But honestly, the main difference other than the level is the amount of players that play. There's so many talented players, and even in a town like my hometown is 30,000 people. Like there's so many. Every kid plays soccer. I feel like here it is more divided. A lot of players play basketball, football, hockey, track. Every single sport, while there it's like every kid dreams of being a soccer player. So I would say that's just the main difference.
Here it's like our in Jamaica is not like it's not as developed as it is here. It's more like because over here you guys have like a lot of better like pitches and stuff like that. The field here, the facilities here, it's more professional over here. In Jamaica, we don't have like a lot of good pitches. Like you'd see like some really bad pitch and stuff like that. And like the guys are playing on it and they're like doing well. So I'd say like over here, like it's just like it's more professional over here. Everything is just more organized and stuff like that. But like, I mean, there are actually quality players back in Jamaica too. So, I mean, they just, most of them just need like a good opportunity, as I said, to like make the next step. But yeah, I'd say like the difference is just like it's more professional here and like it's more developed here than it is back in Jamaica.
Not only has where they're from changed their style of play, but it's also impacted which football player they loved growing up.
Favourite Liverpool player of all time is I'll probably have to go Steven Gerrard, because reasoning wise, probably because, he's from the city and he grew up in an area that's, it's not the most the richest area of Liverpool. So he's basically come from nothing. So his journey, obviously I've read his book and I've seen his film and stuff, so his journey is pretty remarkable to where obviously he ended up as Liverpool captain and, you know, played so many games for the club, so I'd probably have to go Gerrard. Actually trained with him as well, so yeah, it was a really good experience. I obviously met him on a level when he was recruited as coaching staff at Liverpool when he finished his career, so I got to work quite closely with him in terms of like him teaching me things on the field, so that was a good thing for me.
My dad comes from a very big family. There are 11 siblings, and my dad played, 2 of his brothers played, and 2 of my aunts played. So out of 11 to have 5 professional soccer players, I think it's crazy. So obviously I look up to my dad, obviously, and I look up to my uncles, and especially my aunts. You know, they were part of like the first women's players in Spain, and they played for the national team, and just very inspired with their passion for the game, and looked up to every single one.
Favorite player of all time? I'd probably go with Del Piero from Italy.
Despite focusing on their club football and careers here in America, 2 of the players still have thriving international careers with their respective countries' teams.
Obviously now the Ireland thing stopped a little bit because I was too old to, obviously I missed out by just a month actually by being able to play the next under-21s campaign with Ireland. So for me now is obviously the next step is the senior team.
I'm just waiting to see what happens, to be honest, because like before even all this happened, like we were supposed to go play like a game. I think we were supposed to go to Spain or something like that, but like I don't know. But like we didn't hear like anything as yet. We didn't know what the team was gonna look like or stuff like that. So for me, I just gotta like be here in Phoenix, put in the work with my club first, and then hopefully they'll call me. So I'm just here waiting to see what happens.
Even though the team has players from all over the world, the thing that makes Phoenix Rising so special is the chemistry the players are all able to have with one another.
They are from Spain, Jose and Santi, that I just spend a lot of time with. You know, we come from the same culture, we speak the same language, and we just spend time together, but not more than any other guys. So it's hard to choose because we're all really close.
We've been playing since last year. We know each other. We played most of the games together and stuff like that. So probably like me and Jon Bakero and me and like Jose Aguinaga. So yeah, I think we've connected really well in the midfield. That's why I think we've been we were successful last year too. So because we had that bond going on, me and the Spanish guys. So yeah, it was good.
To all the players, whether or not they grew up in America, the growth of American soccer is always on their mind.
I think, you know, you're starting to see a lot of teenagers who are 17, 18 years old with a lot of promise moving over to big clubs in Europe, which I think is important. We have a different system than the rest of the world, and I think it works for us. You know, the college system is obviously not the same as what they do in Europe, but I think, you know, players with high aspirations in that are at a very high level from a young age. If they move over to a very strong club, I think it's only good for them. So we have to encourage that. And at the same time, we have to, you know, invest in players who are playing in America as well. But I think, you know, finding the balance between that is how we move forward.
I think for now, I think it starts with like the youth, the younger players. So we gotta like push the young players so much, like even the ones in even the academies and stuff like that. We gotta make sure that they're groomed properly and stuff like that. So when it's time for them to go pro, they're ready and stuff like that. But even the younger players that are professionals right now, we gotta like make sure that they're on the right path, give them the right opportunities, stuff like that, give them a chance. You know what I mean? Because like they're like a really good there are like a lot of really good young players out here that haven't really gotten like a good opportunity to make it like another step higher, another step forward. So I think it starts from the youth, where we gotta like give the youth a chance, give the younger guys a chance to like prove themselves, even though we need like, well, I'm not that young anymore. Even though they say I'm young, I'm not that young anymore. There are like a lot of younger players than I am. So we got to make sure that the youth are like, as we all say, the youth is the future. So we just gotta give the younger players like a chance to prove themselves and go forward.